The two hidden meta ad settings you must avoid, or you're going to get bad quality coaching leads. People are not going to buy, and you're not going to know why, and you're not going to know how to change it. Here's what we're going to talk about in this quick video. Now, first thing we're going to talk about is what Meta is doing, why they're doing it, what you need to know about these two settings, how to avoid them, and what to do instead so you can get qualified coaching leads with your Meta ads and get people who want to work with you and pay in full. All right, let's get into it here. What's happening is simply this. Meta ads, so Facebook ads, Instagram ads, is basically automating the whole platform. Right now, as of this recording in 2026, they're using AI for everything. And what they want to do is they basically want to get to the place where you give them your credit card, give them your website, tell them what you want to do. They'll take care of everything else. If you say you want to spend $10 to get a book call, they'll try and make the system find $10 book calls. Whatever it is, they're going to do it. And that's the problem. You cannot trust them because they will send you garbage leads. Now, there's two settings, and we're going to talk about these right away. Before we get to that, if you're new to my channel and you're not watching my videos, my name is Jason Nyback, and I've been at this since 2003. So a long time. I've been using paid ads since 2004. I've spent millions of my own money on Facebook ads, and before that it was Google ads and every other traffic source. In fact, I've gotten clients using pretty much every single major traffic source in the history of the internet. And I help coaches get clients using Facebook ads and various other strategies using ecosystems, not funnels. Okay. Now, here's what you need to understand. What's going on is when you launch your campaign, Facebook or Meta, what they've decided to do is they've decided to pre-check a whole bunch of settings to make it easy for you. So all you have to do is go in and say, hey, I want to drive people to my webinar or whatever, and just set it up. There's two major settings that are going to get you in a lot of trouble. The first setting is the first hidden setting is what is called Advantage Plus Audience. Now, Advantage Plus Audience is extremely dangerous, and you absolutely need to get rid of it ASAP. And what Advantage Plus Audience is going to do is they're basically going to override all your targeting. So they're going to allow you in the ad set to go in and target women 45 to 65 or 45 to 64. And then you can put your interest groups in there, interest in weight loss, top 5% of household income in the United States. You can put all that in there. But what they're going to do is the Advantage Plus audience structure is going to allow them to override all of that. And then you're going to launch your campaign and you're like, hey, I've been targeting, women this age. And then I don't understand it. When I look at the breakdown, I'm getting calls booked by like 18-year-olds. People who are 26 are reaching out to me. Men are reaching out to me when I'm targeting women. I'm a women's weight loss coach, right? Hypothetically, why is all this happening? The reason it's happening is because the Advantage Plus audience setting is on. And what's happening is they're saying, okay, we'll keep that in consideration. But based on our data and knowing what we know about you, we're going to send everything to all these other people instead. And unless you know how to dig into the data, you're not going to know what happened. And the only thing you're going to know is that you're like getting all these garbage leads or just weird people who are different ages, different genders. And you're like, what is happening? Now, I'm going to explain to you what you need to do. Before I get to that, what I need you to do is if you're on YouTube here, hit the subscribe button so you can subscribe to my channel so you can get all my updates. I usually get a couple of videos a week on updates on what's happening, what we're seeing. We've spent millions on ads, and we work with a lot of coaches in a lot of different industries, and I want to take what's working, share it for free here on YouTube to help you out. And you'll never know when potentially that next video that we launch is the one you really need to take your coaching business to that next level and get more of those clients. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other future videos. Now, so what you want to do is in the ad set level, you are going to uncheck audience, Advantage Plus audience, get rid of it. Okay, they're going to ask you potentially 3 to 5 times, and you're going to say no, no, and no. Now, the reason I'm not showing it to you is because they have like 5 different versions of the ads manager, or even more, probably 10. But I just want you to understand the strategy so that you know, depending on the ads manager version you have, you can just eliminate Advantage Plus audience. The answer is no. No matter how good they try and sell it to you, no, because you got to remember what they want to do is they want to run your ads all over the place, because they're trying to get it to people who are most interested in clicking, who it's most relevant to, but that's usually not the people who are buying. So what you want to do, get rid of that. Only go after what we recommend is interest group targeting, audience size of about 1 million to 1.5 million, maximum 2 million. If you're under about $20 to $30 a day, if you're over $30 a day, you can increase it to 2.5 million, your audience size, and then move to lookalike 1% lookalike audiences. Now, the next thing you need to do, number 2, is the second hidden setting in the ad set that you need to watch is Advantage Plus placements. This is a big one. Now, what's the problem with this one? Well, what's going to happen is Meta is going to decide to run your ad everywhere. They want your ad on Threads, on Instagram, on Facebook, and then within all that, they also want you to be running your ad on Facebook video, Facebook Reels, Facebook Stories, Facebook right-hand column ads. They want you to be running your ad on the audience or on the audience marketplace ads, everywhere, and then on Instagram, all the different placements on Instagram, and so on and so forth. Here's the problem. That is a disaster. Okay. You are going to get cheap leads without question. You are going to get super cheap leads. And you might be like, Jason, well, when I do it, I get super cheap leads. You do, but you're not going to get qualified buyers right away. And it's a very dangerous thing to do. So I want to explain to you what you need to do and why you need to do this. If you are not scaling yet, if you are not getting at least, say, 3 to 6 times return on ad spend, meaning for every dollar you're spending, let's say you spend $1,000 or $2,000 a month on Meta ads, if you're not getting 3 to 6 times that back, you should not be off Facebook's newsfeed or Instagram's big 3. Okay, the newsfeed on Instagram, stories, and reels. All right. Now I'm going to come back to Instagram in a minute, but here's what you need to understand. All those other placements need to be tested separately, and you need to have strategic tracking in place because those other placements have really bad quality traffic. So for example, Facebook video, Facebook reels, Facebook stories, all that kind of stuff. The quality I've found is extremely bad. All right. It just doesn't, I cannot make the math work on those no matter what I've tried. And again, I've spent millions. I have tracking. I know what I'm doing. Okay. You know, TikTok, I have no clue. I don't even have a TikTok account. But with this stuff, I know what I'm doing. All right. And I'm here to tell you, if you cannot make it work on the Facebook newsfeed, mobile and desktop, it's probably not going to work on the other platforms. And everybody always says, well, you don't understand. My market's on Instagram. No, they're not. They're on both. And you can use the Instagram newsfeed as well. But the problem with the Instagram newsfeed is everything's based on that image, right? Where Facebook is based on the ad copy. And so what we like to do is get the messaging nailed down and working on Facebook, and then open it up to Instagram. Because if you're just using, you remember, people are just looking at that image, right? Whatever image you're using. So if it's just a picture of you or some nice picture of the beach or something like that, you're just going to get garbage leads. All right. So make sure that you go in and you unhook all the Advantage Plus placement settings. Now, here's what you need to understand. I'm going to give you the strategy going forward because you need to do this the right way. Most coaches right now that I talk to are hiring ad experts. You do not need somebody running your ads, okay? If you do this right, automate it properly, it should take you literally maybe half an hour a week once it's all running, all right? Obviously, getting it set up is a little more, but the problem that's going to happen is, do you hire an agency or these done-for-you coaches who do it for you? They're going to use ChatGPT or some sort of AI-created content, and they're going to create all your ads using garbage content. Then what they're going to do is they're going to dump it in, and they're just going to let Facebook figure it out. They're going to use all these placements in most cases. They're going to use the Advantage Plus audience settings, and you're going to get super cheap leads, and you're going to get tons of book calls, and none of them are going to show up. And then when you're like, hey, nobody's showing up, and they're all like teenagers and men, when I'm targeting women, they're going to be like, well, that's your problem because we're doing everything right in the Ads Manager. Okay. So you need to be very careful about this. So what I need you to do is this. Strategy number one, we have to get your messaging nailed down so you're seen as the only option. Okay. If you're not seen as the only option, nobody's going to work with you. Strategy number two, we need to make sure you're repelling people, not attracting people. The way things are working in 2026 is cheap leads are the easiest thing to get. Anybody can get cheap leads. You want qualified people. So the job of your ad is actually to repel people. And so we want to go deep on your ads, targeting the right people, repelling the wrong people. And then number three, we absolutely most important thing about all this is get them into an ecosystem. The number one secret to get qualified people to want to buy from you is what we call time on brand. They're buying you. Coaches are no longer the keeper of the secrets, okay? Nobody believes you've got the secret to losing, 50 pounds in 20 days or whatever it is you do, right? They just don't believe it. They know that they can find all the secrets on YouTube or on some AI tool, but they are overwhelmed and they need a coach to help them. And that's you. And so what we need to do is get them into an ad ecosystem so they get to see you as the only option. And then they go, and then they eliminate all the non-buying belief systems. And then we unconfuse them because everybody's so confused, right? With so much conflicting information. And then we get them on a call. That's how you do this whole thing. So it's not necessarily, even if you fix your Advantage Plus placements and your Advantage Plus targeting, we still have to get them into the ecosystem through repelling the wrong people and have that ecosystem get them to see you as the only option. Get high time on brand so they know they want to work with you. And then when you do that call, they are all in. The call is just a confirmation and then they move forward. Okay. So this is what you need to do going forward. Now, what we want to do is we want to help you for free. We want to give you what we call a mini celebrity status ads ecosystem free 15-minute call. All you got to do is click the link in the description or in the pinned comments there and book your call with us. It's for our school members only. If you're not a part of our free school community, there's a link to join it there. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this. We're going to give you feedback, make sure your ad settings are right, look at your stuff. If you're not running ads, we're going to talk about some strategies. We're going to give you exactly what you need to know, what's working in your market. We have done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these free calls. There's nothing for sale. It's only 15 minutes, unless, it can go a little longer if there's more to talk about. But generally, we book 15 minutes. And the goal of this call is to help you to know the specifics of how we use the mini celebrity status ads ecosystem, how it hooks into the ads properly, and how you can use this to get more qualified coaching leads so that you don't have to just hope it works and just waste all your money and just throw money at ads so that you can scale your coaching business, because referrals are getting harder. Organic's getting harder because there's so many new coaches coming in suppressing the reach. And so that you've got hundreds upon hundreds of times more coaches posting to the same amount of people on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and so on and so forth. So the reach of your posts are dropping. You need to use ads to scale, and we need to get qualified people who want to work with you, and most importantly, who have the money. So click the link below, booking your free 15-minute mini celebrity status ads ecosystem call. Again, it's free and there's nothing to buy, nothing for sale. And we're going to map out the plan to actually do this, give you feedback on figuring out how to unhook these hidden settings, all that kind of stuff, and a lot more. Plus, we're going to unlock 2 very valuable trainings in our free school community that are normally only available for our paid coaching clients as well to help you out. All right. Click the link below, book your call, and make sure that you are not using those settings in your ad account. If you are and you're running ads, just pause them, book a call. We'll help you sort it out, and don't use them anymore. You're just going to get garbage leads and it's not going to scale. All right. Take care.